Westpac and the ANZ have put up interest rates despite the Reserve Bank's decision this week to keep official rates on hold. The rises come amid an intensifying political debate about the economy. The opposition says the government is to blame for the bank's decision, but Treasurer Wayne Swan says official rates have been falling since Labor came to power. Political correspondent Tom Eagleton reports from Canberra.
All week, the banks have been hinting at today's move, arguing the economy needs them to be profitable. Shares of ANZ and Westpac fell following the news, though, and the Aussie dollar slid on expectations that the Reserve Bank would cut the cash rate at its next meeting, feeding into a crucial economic message for the government.
The cash rate, interest rate in Australia at the moment is 4.25%. When we came to government, it was 6.75%.
Wayne Swan can talk about the Reserve Bank cash rate all he likes. What matters is what people have to pay.
If you've got a $300,000 mortgage today, you are $3,000 better off per year on that mortgage compared when the government came to power.
For those people facing a carbon tax from the 1st of July, I don't know if they're going to feel better off. For those people at a range of businesses that are losing their jobs, I don't think they're going to feel better off.
The government's found a vulnerability in the opposition's economic story, exploiting confusion about when and how it would deliver a surplus.
They're in a complete muddle, and that's not surprising because they've got to find $70 billion worth of cuts to services families need.
The government's plans to grab back $2.5 billion by slashing the private health insurance rebate is adding fuel to the economic debate. Julia Gillard needs the money to fulfil her surplus promise. Presumably, so too does Tony Abbott.
Would you reinstate it? And if so, where would you find those $2.4 billion?
We're going to fight it. We're going to fight it. That's what we're going to do.
Would you reinstate it?
We're going to fight it. We're going to fight it. Ask me that question if we come to that situation.
The government's confident it's got the independent votes it needs in the bag.
Well, Mr Oakeshott will speak for himself, I'm sure.
Tony Abbott's trying to convince them otherwise.
What is the point of having independent members of Parliament if they connive at dishonesty from a dishonest Prime Minister?
Now, we're here today to talk about national reconciliation.
The Prime Minister's economic confidence is growing, but the leadership issue continues to lurk. The Foreign Minister issued a public reminder today on the anniversary of one of his achievements in the top job.
Well, I think even the history books would agree that I delivered the apology 4 years ago. I don't think... Is anyone contesting that, Michael?
Not at all.
Not he insists that he's looking for a return to the Lodge.
You know, I'm a very, very happy little Vegemite.
Content.
And a content Vegemite, being Foreign Minister of Australia.
Mrs Rudd used the same expression in an interview aired today on the ABC.
Do you think you'll ever be the First Lady again?
I have absolutely no idea, but I'm very content doing what I'm doing now.
A profile of Mr Rudd airs on Four Corners on Monday.
What about Mr Cream? Is he being a little bit of a princess?
Tom Eagleton, Late Line.